Once upon a time, in a small, tranquil village surrounded by towering mountains and lush forests, lived a young woman named Maya. She had an aura of kindness that lit up the lives of those around her. And yet, despite her beauty and warmth, she struggled with something that no one could see: self-doubt. Maya had always dreamed of becoming a master artisan, creating intricate tapestries that would capture the essence of the world. Her hands, delicate yet capable, could weave intricate threads into beautiful patterns, but every time she set out to create something new, a voice inside her whispered doubts. What if my work isn't good enough? What if no one will appreciate it? The fear of failure weighed heavily on her heart. Her tapestries sat unfinished in her small cottage, as if her creativity was trapped by invisible chains. She spent hours looking at her materials, feeling paralyzed by the thought of imperfection. Everyone in the village admired her gentle spirit, but little did they know, Maya was quietly struggling with a storm inside, an internal battle against the belief that she wasn't worthy of success. One chilly winter afternoon, when the snowflakes fell like delicate lace from the sky, Maya wandered into the village square, her thoughts heavy with the weight of her self-doubt. She walked aimlessly, feeling lost in a world where everyone else seemed to have their lives together. It was then that she saw an elderly woman sitting on a weathered bench by the fire, her face lined with years of wisdom. The woman's eyes sparkled, as if she had seen the world and understood it in a way no one else did. This was Elara, a traveler who had journeyed through many lands and experienced both joy and hardship. She was a mysterious figure in the village, known for her insight and the quiet strength she exuded. Maya hesitated, then decided to approach her. Sitting beside Elara, she sighed deeply and began to pour out her heart. I've been trying to create something beautiful, something that will be admired, but I always fail, Maya confessed, her voice trembling. I can't seem to get past my fears. What if I'm not good enough? What if no one cares about my work? Elara listened patiently, nodding as if she understood exactly what Maya was going through. When Maya finished speaking, Elara smiled gently and said, "My dear, you are not alone in this struggle. We all face moments of doubt, and it is these moments that shape us. I have lived a long life, and in my journey, I have learned a very important lesson. Strength is not found in avoiding challenges or fearing failure. Strength is found in believing in yourself, even when the road ahead seems uncertain." Maya looked at her in confusion. But how can I believe in myself when everything I try seems to fall apart? Elara chuckled softly. It's not about never failing. The true test is how we rise after each fall. Let me tell you a story from my own life. Elara leaned back, her eyes distant as she began her tale. A long time ago, when I was much younger, I found myself standing at the base of a mountain, much like the ones surrounding this village. I had heard tales of its peak, said to offer a view that would change your life. But the path was treacherous, filled with obstacles, and many had tried to reach the top and failed. It was considered impossible to climb, but I didn't want to listen to the doubts others had placed in my mind. Maya listened intently, captivated by Elara's words. I started my journey with confidence, but soon, I was faced with harsh winds and rocky terrain. I stumbled, fell, and scraped my hands and knees. Every part of me wanted to quit, but I knew I had to keep going. I believed in the vision of what was at the top, and that belief carried me through the hardest moments. Sometimes, I had to rest, sometimes I had to climb slowly, but I never gave up. I learned to embrace the struggle, for it was making me stronger. Maya's eyes widened as Elara continued. Finally, after days of climbing, I reached the summit. The view was breathtaking. But it wasn't just the view that changed me, it was the journey. I had learned to trust in my own strength. The mountain had tested me, but it also helped me realize that the power to overcome challenges had always been inside me. Maya felt a spark of hope flicker within her. She realized that Elara wasn't just speaking about a mountain. She was speaking about life itself. Every challenge, every obstacle was part of the journey, part of the process of discovering the strength that lies within us all. Do you see, Maya? Elara asked gently. It's not the destination that matters most, but the belief that you can get there, no matter how long the journey takes. Maya took a deep breath, the weight of her doubts beginning to lift. She had been waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect tapestry, but now she understood that the act of trying was itself an achievement. Failure was not something to fear, it was part of the path to success. The next morning, Maya woke with a renewed sense of purpose. She returned to her loom, no longer burdened by the fear of imperfection. With each thread she wove, she embraced the process, knowing that her work would evolve as she did. And even when she made mistakes, she learned from them, using them to improve rather than seeing them as signs of failure. Weeks passed, and her tapestries grew more intricate, more beautiful, each one telling a unique story. The villagers marveled at her creations, but more than that, they saw the transformation in Maya. She had not only found her artistic voice, but she had also found the courage to be herself, to embrace the challenges, and to trust in her inner strength. One day, as she finished a particularly stunning tapestry, a child approached her and asked, "How did you learn to make these?" Maya smiled warmly and knelt down to the child's level. "I didn't learn by avoiding mistakes. I learned by embracing each challenge, each moment of doubt, and using them to grow stronger. The strength was always inside me." Maya had found her true power, not in the absence of struggles, but in her belief that she could overcome them. And as she looked out over the village, she knew that her journey had only just begun.